reason the majority of gym bros do not have an aesthetic physique. You see all these guys hustling, grinding in the gym just for them to look kind of average, kind of like they have a dad bod almost. And it's for this one reason, man. They're not focusing on building an aesthetic physique. They're not focusing on the Greek god Adonis ratio. They're simply doing the wrong exercise. Now today, as a certified trainer, I'm going to give you the 6 best workouts to focus on, the 6 best body parts, so that you look as aesthetic as possible. So when that shirt comes off, man, all the jaws are going to be on the floor. Everyone's going to be amazed with your physique. Let's get it. Now, obviously, the prerequisite to all of this is you need to be between 8 to 12% body fat. So if you're below 8% body fat, typically the cheeks will be too sunken in. The testosterone is going to be dropping like crazy. Overall, it's not a good look. You're going to look kind of sick. And then above 12%, that's when you lose the 6-pack. That's when you start losing definition. So 8 to 12 all year round, man, you're going to look like a Greek god. You're going to look aesthetic as long as you focus on these muscle groups. Number 1 is going to be the lats. Now, a lot of guys, they say focus on the shoulders to build that shoulder to waist ratio, when actually it's going to be those lats that spread those shoulders out. Because if you look at the physique from the back, man, those lats are going to be the widest part, and that's what really pops those shoulders out. So the best way to build the lats, man, is going to be with weighted chin-ups. Now, you could argue with me, hey Austin, isn't the wide grip pull-up much better for the lats? And I'm going to tell you, it is. Like, it actually isolates the lats a little bit more, but it's going to be a lot more difficult to progress. Like, you can only do about 50% of the weight that you can do on a weighted chin-up. The weighted chin-up is going to be the easiest way to progress, get very strong. You should be able to get to where you can do 2-3 plates effortlessly, just focusing on weighted chin-ups for a couple of months. This will give you 2 things. 1, insane lat development, and then insane bicep development as well, just because it hits that peak so much better than any other exercise that you could do. Obviously, on top of this, man, we need strong shoulders. So you're popping those shoulders out, but now we're expanding muscle there so you can fully get that Adonis ratio. Now, the Adonis ratio is going to be that shoulder circumference being 1.61 times wider than the circumference of the waist. So the best thing for this, man, you got to get very, very strong with the standing overhead press, man, specifically with the barbell. This is going to be the king for shoulder development. It's going to hit all those delts so that you fully develop the shoulders as much as possible. So with all of these guys, we want to focus on lower reps, higher weights, really focus on getting very, very strong with these workouts. The chest is important, but most of you guys work the wrong part of the chest. Most of you guys hit the lower parts of the chest. You're doing decline, you're doing flat bench press. I want you to do something else. I want you to focus on the upper chest, man. This is really gonna get rid of that collarbone and give you that plate of armor as a chest. It's gonna look flat, strong, and aesthetic, man. So the best thing for this, obviously, it's gonna be the incline bench press. The best thing to do is actually going to be alternating between barbell and dumbbells. So maybe 2-3 months, you focus on barbell, getting very strong with the incline press. And then once you start plateauing, switch over to dumbbells for another 2 to 3 months, and then go back and forth, focus on strength, getting very strong. I've been talking about this time and time again, man, but look at this bodybuilder who has this huge physique, man, but look at him just from the neck up. If his neck is not developed, he's gonna look skinny, man. And most people, they see the neck out of anything else. So it's very important to develop your neck. Otherwise, in clothing, man, you're gonna look like an average dude. Like, you're just gonna look like anybody else. So the best neck exercises is going to be the neck crunch and then the reverse neck crunch. Only focus on those 2. Any other neck variations could be a little bit dangerous, and make sure to not go past the regular range of motion, as once again, this could be a little bit dangerous as well. It's very connected with the spine, and so we want to be very cautious when we're doing these neck exercises. Overall, man, look at this transformation. You're gonna look insane with more neck definition. On top of this, kind of in the same ballpark, is going to be the traps. Now, the reason that the traps are so aesthetic is because it's where most of the androgen receptors are within the body. So evolutionarily speaking, this means that the men with the biggest traps have the highest testosterone. So from a woman's perspective, the highest testosterone means the best chance for offspring, the best chance as a warrior. So if you want to look more masculine, if you want to look more aesthetically pleasing, build up the traps, man. As a natural, you really cannot overdo the traps, man. The only way traps look overdone is if you're juicing, because that's where most of the muscle goes instantly. So if you ever see someone, their traps just look freaking insane, they could be on gear. Because when you focus isolation on the traps, man, it's kind of hard to overdo it. But this will instantly transform your physique. And last but not least is certainly Going to be the abs. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you can just work the abs enough from doing the compound lifts, which to a certain extent you do work them a little bit, but we need some isolation to fully hit the core, man. So we have a couple key exercises. Number one is going to be the hanging leg raises. It's going to really hit that lower part, and then if you go left to right, also hits the obliques, which is going to be amazing. Now, we want to do weighted abdominal stuff, man, because the abs are just like any other muscle group, meaning we need to progressively do more and more. So weighted crunches, cable crunches, abdominal machines at your local gym, oblique crunches, cable wood choppers. All these exercises will be amazing at building that core, man. Just do anything that you can do weighted and then focus on getting very, very strong with these. Then you're going to have an insane core. And then obviously if you're at 8 to 12 body fat, then it's just going to start popping like crazy. Focus on these things, man. The body fat percentage, which is all nutrition, these 6 exercises to develop these muscle groups, hit them twice a week. Then obviously everything else, you know, like the legs are going to be important, the rest of the back, the rest of the chest, everything. This is going to be the 6 things to focus on to look as aesthetic as possible. Now, if anyone needs help building this physique, link in the description box for your free one-on-one consultation with me, Austin Wayne. I've transformed thousands of physiques into male model, Greek god shape. You want to be next, man? Link in that description box. Also, kalosique.com. If you need some supplements to help you with this transformation as well, we got pre-workout, creatine, high growth supplements, everything, kalosique.com. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, like this video to push it out into that YouTube algorithm. That's it, I'm gone.